Bus is the largest manager of parking and ground transportation in North America. We're a public company and we're in all the major cities around the country. What really inspires me is to see a group of people come together and do something great. And it's especially inspiring if it's something that the company or organization hasn't done before. Yeah, the best advice I've ever received is that nothing changes if nothing changes. It's something that I think about every day. I even have a sign in my office that says that to remind other people of that. People, when they go through their careers or their day-to-day routine, they're often thinking in terms of, I don't like the outcome I'm getting. Sales aren't growing fast enough, costs are too high, we're not getting enough new customers, and yet they keep doing the same thing over and over again. And they expect by doing the same thing, they're going to get a different outcome. And so I always remind them, nothing changes if nothing changes. That means if you don't like what you're getting or you see opportunities that we're not taking advantage of, you've got to do something different. It's funny how in life you do have great bosses and people you can learn from. And I always tell my children, everyone you meet is an example. And you just have to determine whether it's a good example or a bad example. And so that worst boss, he was very big on the idea is everything. And in his world, the idea was maybe 90% of the success and the execution was 10%. And the thing that I've really learned by both watching him fail eventually and also what we've done in our own businesses is that execution is 90%. You can have great ideas all day long, but to take that idea and translate it into action, that requires a lot of careful planning and a lot of effort to be successful. Well, the best advice I can give to anybody is to make sure you understand and overcome your own limiting beliefs. For example, people will say accidents will happen. That's a limiting belief. That just means that you're accepting something as reality. Or people will say, I can't grow in this market. That's impossible. There's always new opportunities. So I think when I catch myself saying something that's a limiting belief, I catch myself. When people that I deal with do the same thing, I say, that's a limiting belief. Because anything is possible if you set your mind to it. You create your own reality. And if you limit yourself in your thinking, then you're not going to achieve what you could otherwise.